or death! Give them hell!
Good morning, ladies and gents. I'm back with another Conquerors Blade video, and this is going to be for all you new players out there. I'm going to cover everything you need to know right from the get-go of the start of the game. Veteran players, you may find some helpful tips in here as well. Before we get into the video though, hit that subscribe button if you want to be kept up to date with the latest and greatest of Conquerors Blade. So then I am starting right off from the character creation screen. Obviously I'm not going to lead you all the way through this. Just have a play around, see what you like, see what you fancy. There are kind of hair dyes. You can change your gender and everything when you actually get into the game, but it does cost sovereigns, so just be mindful of that. Straight away you will go into the weapon kind of area where you get to play and learn each of the different weapon classes. Obviously they range from easy to moderate to hard, but to be honest, just find one that you really enjoy playing. They are all playable at the minute, and over time, over kind of the matches and stuff, you will be able to learn how to play it better than you ever will in a training field here. Just pick what you fancy. You can go back to that kind of weapon stand, pick up something else, keep going over, give everything a go, I would say, right off the bat, and then you can get a good idea of what you want to play. Very easy to pick up and actually change later on in the game though. After the weapon field, you will go into a horse riding school. Do that really quickly, and then you'll end up in a siege battle, which is this one here. Now, this is the first part that you really got to kind of take care. You have the choice of 3 blue units. The ones I personally would say you want to go for are the Iron Cap Swords, the Rattan Round Shields, and the Pike Militia. The other 3 classes are a little bit rubbish, so I would just steer clear of the other 3. The purple, or the blue unit, sorry, those were the greens. The blue unit that you want is the Halberdiers, so the one right at the end there. Prefetch Pikemen, I was very torn between, but actually I think the Halberdiers are going to serve you a little bit better as your first blue unit. Into Conqueror City then, which is the main capital of this region, or the starting capital, sorry. You will be presented with a load of quests right off the bat. This footage may seem a little bit quick because I have sped it up because I did not want this video to take too long. However, it is still going to be a quite lengthy video. But here, I'm not going to show you loads of me just going around to talking to people and all the rest of it. Best thing to do is literally just have the map in the bottom right as I have it there. If it is come up as the different style map, the round style map, that you can just go down and press the button actually on the map and it will change it to that style. That way then you can see exactly where people are, who has a quest, who has a hand in, and you can literally click them on the map and you'll run straight to them. Do as many quests as you can, as quickly as you can. Go straight into the siege battles when you can actually do it as well. Finish them off as quick as possible. Now, one thing you really need to be aware of are the path of quests. The path of quests are very useful, and I wish they were present when I first started the game. Go through, try and find out what you need to do for each of the quests. You get a buttload of rewards. They are holistically done as well, so you can do more than just the one at a time. So when you are playing and progressing, you are progressing against all of your active quests in this path of quest line, and not just the one, which is really good. Just keep checking it regularly, make sure you're picking up all the rewards that you are unlocking, and make sure you're always striving to go towards the kind of objectives you need to do on those path of quests. Again, when you go into siege battles and come out, you will have a buttload more kind of quests to hand in, quests to pick up, and all the rest of it. Once you get to level 11, you unlock the opportunity to join a house. I would highly suggest do not bother doing this until you are at least level 100. Level 100 sounds high. It is not in this game. You will get there literally within a week, if not less. So I would not even bother going into a house or the cohorts, the AI houses, until you have a much better understanding of the game. Right at the start, just keep spending the time doing quests, going into sieges, and rinse, repeat. Once you unlock the login rewards as well, the daily logins, the weekly logins, all that, obviously pick those up. It will flash up in the top bar at the top. Once you see a exclamation mark come up there, make sure you click it, because chances are there's going to be a buttload of rewards waiting for you somewhere. As soon as you get onto the unit tree, then the unit tree is going to be your main source of units for the foreseeable future. You will unlock some units through the season menu as well, but the unit tree is going to be your main kind of source of units to begin with. So in your barracks straight away, you have the units you've already unlocked, those ones that you were given the opportunity to. I would highly suggest you go into the mercenary page though and pick up 2 purple, or a purple and a blue mercenary as soon as you can, because these are going to help you massively in Siege's early game. They are powerful units, they are very useful units, they do not cost you anything other than points that reset every single week. So you literally take a mercenary contract out once per week, and it's just using a point system which will get reset anyway at the end of the week. Technology screen and everything, don't worry too much about. This is all about world map, open world map gathering. You're not going to be doing that for a little bit. By the time you do, the technology screen will make a lot more sense to you. The unit tree, however, is broken down into 5 different parts. You have your melee, your range, your cavalry, your monastics, and your Rattan units. I would highly suggest first unit you want to go down towards is the Iron Reaper unit on the melee tree. They are a very powerful unit, and probably the Tercios on the range tree, which is a very powerful golden ranged unit. Now, to be able to do that, you need to unlock all of the nodes prior to that main node, and it will take you a little bit of time, but nowadays the honor gain that you get, which is the currency you spend on the unit tree, is a lot higher than it ever used to be. It used to take absolutely months to get to the end of this unit tree. Now it will take you a matter of weeks of just kind of constant play, not even really rough and hard grinding. Just regular play, you will probably get to the end of a certain line on the unit tree pretty quickly, to be honest, so I wouldn't worry too much about kind of really hitting it hard. The honor gains are very high nowadays. You will get a lot of honor tokens as well from doing all your daily, your weekly, and all your other quests that will pop up. You will get some through your path of quest lines as well, which is why I'm saying make sure you are doing as many quests as you can and as quickly as you can. The quicker you can do them, the quicker you are going to be able to unlock stuff. Once you do finally unlock stuff, then on the unit tree you want to go back into the barracks menu and actually put it into your barracks by clicking on the left, and that will slot it in. Go into the warband build then, and then you can actually change out what you are going to by default bring into battle. This is a very useful kind of tool, because you can just set up your warband and then just search for a siege, run off for a wee, do whatever, come back, and it will load in with your default warband rather than just whatever that was the last thing you played with was. It is a very useful tool, and it is a very useful tool in later game stages as well, when you go into territory wars and things like that, which are the guild wars between the houses. It is a very useful tool. Start learning the warband builds now. It's a very easy, simple, it's a very simple system. Won't take you too long to learn it, but it's a very useful system. Once you are through setting up your warbands and your unit tree and having explored through all that and everything, keep looking out for those exclamation marks, because trust me, they're going to be everywhere when you first start the game. In the time it took me to get up to, I think it was like level 28 or something I got to by the end of recording all of this footage, it was an hour. It did not take me very long at all. Obviously I know what I'm doing, I know how to play, I know kind of what stuff I have to do, but as a brand new kind of casual player, I would envision this would take you 2 to 3 hours tops to get to that kind of level. So it does not take you very long at all to actually progress through the game nowadays. So your F5 menu is your season menu. Your season menu is broken down into several different categories. The ones you are really going to be wanting to look at though are the season challenges, which will unlock different units for you. I would personally suggest go to the top right, click to switch seasons, go straight to season 3 and unlock everything in this page before any other seasons. Season 11 is soon going to be dropping on us. Even when that drops on us though, if you still have units in that season 3 page to actually unlock, finish that season 3 page before you move on to anything else. I would suggest going season 3 to season 4, and then kind of from there is kind of what you fancy after that, to be honest. But those kind of seasons are very good and useful seasons to have stuff from. So as you're going through, you're obviously going to be picking up loads of bronze, you're going to be picking up loads of other different rewards into your inventory. Just keep constantly checking it now and again, make sure you've picked up stuff and you're using your bronze and everything through it. Checking through your weekly challenges on your seasonal page, checking through your weekly challenges and your daily challenges as well in the regular kind of quest page. You can see all these exclamation marks meaning the quest is complete popping up all over the place for me. Honestly, I absolutely sped through the levels. It is such a better way of kind of being introduced to the game and getting broken into the game than I actually found when I first started playing 3 years ago. Now it is a much better kind of user experience from the get-go. Soon as you can then, in the J, when you press J, that will bring up all your matchmaking battles. As soon as you can, I can't remember what level it is, but it's about level 16, you will unlock Bandit Raids. You can do these up to 5 times per week, and the rewards you get from these Bandit Raids are absolutely exceptional. Make sure you are doing all 5 every single week, because the honor that you get, the bronze you get, the experience, both hero and unit experience, is massive. You definitely want to be doing these each and every week. Now, all the icons in the top right there is quite confusing, but you have your bronze, your honor, your hero experience, your unit experience, and then a shared experience pool. They are very, very useful. So obviously your bronze is your in-game currency, the honor are the currency that you use to unlock units on the unit tree. Your hero experience is obviously leveling up your individual hero, and then you have unit experience, which will be distributed amongst the units that you used for that match, and then you have shared unit experience, the purple icon. Now that will stack up to 1 million experience, which you can then use to actually level up any of your units whatsoever in your barracks. It is a very useful system, and one of the main reasons you will be making sure you are doing the Bandit Raids every single week. From there we go into the treatise and doctrines. Now the treatise will unlock doctrines, and then you have the other icon, I can't remember what they're called, but they unlock the unit kind of icons. The unit icons can be used to actually purchase units and reduce the prices of them in terms of honor spent on the unit tree, but the treatise are going to be your main kind of thing. They unlock the doctrines. Doctrines are different strengths and buffs that you can put onto all of your units. I'm just showing you the mercenary unit there. They've already got doctrines on. You, however, will probably start off with greys and greens, so your commons and uncommon doctrines. Now, even as grey and greens, they are still useful, and I would still take the time to actually put them on your units. Make sure you are putting them on your top unit first. So in this case, it's my blue halberdiers. They're my best unit. I'm going to make sure I am spending all my treatise and getting all my doctrines put onto these guys first. Think about the units. Think about actually, are they an attacking unit? Are they a defensive unit? Do they need more health? Do they need more attack? That is the kind of doctrines then that you want to be putting on them. There's no right or wrong answer really for it at this stage of the game, but just think about actually what kind of doctrine is going to be more beneficial for that unit type. Moving on from all of that kind of stuff, then once you get up to a certain level, again, you will have the choice to actually leave the Conqueror City and then move into any of the other regions. Right now, I would say probably just go into Ungerjerva, because the quest givers are a little bit closer together than Conqueror City, but everybody is going to be forced to move when season 11 starts anyway, so don't worry too much about what region you are picking, but I would just suggest that one just because the proximity of quest givers is a lot closer. Going out onto the open world map then, like I said, you're probably not going to be doing this for a little bit. You're going to be more focusing on leveling up, getting units, playing sieges, learning the game and everything, but I am just going to cover it very quickly. To go onto the open world map and collect resources, you need to have a unit with you. The best unit in the game for resource collecting are the serfs. I have made a video specifically, which is still relevant today, about the best kind of makeup and builds and stuff that you want to go out resource collecting. So just have a look back through on my channel for that, and that will give you far better information about all the resource collecting. Whilst out on the open world, you will also have dynamic spawns such as abandoned carts, derelict huts, that kind of stuff, Run up to these and these will drop a reward from you. They range from a bag of bronze all the way up to schematics, all the way up to kind of event items as well when there are events going on. As you can see on the actual world map here, each fief is actually broken up into borderlines and each resource site will belong to a certain fief. Some houses will lock them off to you, other houses will just put the tax rate right up for you. You can collect up to a certain amount per day. I think it's 3 per day for your daily kind of freeze, and then you have to use what's known as a requisition token. Requisition tokens can be gained from quests. You will pick those up very quickly as you are starting to play. As you can see, there are also bandits out on the open world. Now the yellow ones you don't need to worry about. They are passive, they will not attack you, and they come in 3 separate flavors. So the one kind of helmet are the easiest, the 2 helmets are mediums, 3 helmets are hards. Don't go anywhere near the mediums or hards for the time being. They are part of a daily quest, going out and actually collecting stuff from the abandoned crates, the derelict huts and stuff, and also fighting an open world bandit. To be honest, I think right now you are going to be better off just as you're spending the time to actually just keep smashing all the other quests while you're quite low level, and then worry about the open world stuff later on. Resource gathering and everything, it is more for the late stages of being in a house doing thief quests and everything like that, but you can start off doing it now if you really fancy, but it's not going to be overly beneficial for you at the point of, or in kind of response to taking away time from doing sieges and everything else. Obviously once you start going into the technology screen, this is where it starts to apply. So all that kind of stuff, the open world resource gathering, is all the technology screen. As you can see, 3 years of the game still being out, and the technology screen still isn't even finished, so it's not going to take you too long to unlock everything on there. Once you collect resources and collect certain items from the derelict hunts, and the dynamic spawns like that, you are going to fill up your wagon. You can only collect a certain amount, and you are going to need to either go back and deposit this into your supply dump, which is where your camp is, which is going to be the main capital, or you're going to have to drop it if you start getting over encumbered. However, you likely won't get over encumbered for quite some time, so just your heart's content. If you really fancy exploring the open world map, go out there, just collect as much as you can, and then drop it all back off at your camp later on. You do have the option to fast travel back to your camp, but you cannot have anything in your wagon, so it is a bit of a it's a good thing because you can explore and run around and all the rest of it. You just can't collect anything. As soon as you collect something and it goes into your wagon, you cannot use that quick transfer back. Just be mindful of that. A quick tip is actually accessing your supply dump from the open world map. You don't need to go into the town to actually go to the billeting officer to access your supply dump. You can do it all the way from the open world map, and it is a lot quicker, simpler and easier to just do it this way. To be honest, I even do this nowadays. It's just an easier way of doing it. Once you've done all that, I would transfer it all first, and then if you are going to then re-enter the town, you can go back into the town and actually do whatever you need to do, which at this point was unlocking runes. For some reason I've lost my rune footage, but runes are things that you can attach to your armors, your weapons and everything like that. Each weapon will have a different set of runes which you will unlock at different levels, and armors will come with their own kind of flavors of stuff for your helmet, your boots, your gloves and your armor. So just have a look through the runes as you're unlocking them and actually pick the ones that are going to benefit your playstyle the most. Now, just a personal tip, buy another 2 horses as quickly as you can, because they are going to get killed very quickly in the game. You don't lose them when they die, you just can't use them for the remainder of the match, so the more you have available to you, the better. Going on to the skills page, you will have a shared skill pool of experience. So when you are using a weapon, when you're playing in sieges and everything like that, you will learn how to use that weapon. Nowadays, all of those skill points are actually put into a shared skill pool, so you can actually cross weapons over very quickly, a lot quicker than you used to be able to, which is quite nice. So if you fancy actually playing something different, so for this example I've gone from Nadachi to Glaive, all those points that I've accrued playing the Nadachi in sieges, I can actually use them on sieges, on the glaive anyway, so it gives me the chance to actually explore and play a different weapon class as quick as possible. You will get different weapons from drops from sieges, from field battles, from certain quests and things like that. You can also craft them as well. The common and the uncommon versions of weapons are actually quite cheap to craft, and they ain't going to take much stuff to craft. You will probably pick up a lot of the stuff needed during your kind of regular playthrough anyway, so I wouldn't be too worried about having to go off and try and find stuff to actually craft things with. To craft stuff, you need to go over to the smithy. There is a smithy in every single town. He will allow you to actually craft items. The armourer right beside him in every single town will allow you to re-roll that weapon. It will cost the same amount as it does to actually build that weapon, but sometimes if you build a weapon and the stats on it aren't that great and you want to give it another crack, instead of actually just making another weapon and filling up your inventory, sometimes usually the better idea is to just re-roll that weapon, and then you just keep on going until you get the best kind of stats for that weapon. In your J menu then, you will also have expeditions. Expeditions are very good. You can play as many of these each and every week. There are actual quests for these as well in your weeklies, so make sure you are doing the expeditions as well. You are up against AI with other actual players, so it does give you the chance to kind of learn units, learn tactics, play different ways, play against obviously AI that are going to be a little bit challenging but not too challenging that is going to scare you off. It is another nice way of kind of getting a lot of experience in terms of hero experience, unit experience, and a few nice little drops from the game as well. All I can say though, right at this early stage of your Conquerors Blade career, is just keep smashing those quests as quick as you can. Keep going through and playing siege battles. Team up with people as well, make some friends. I know it's a little bit difficult when you're not in a house, but if you can find people to actually team up for a siege, if you see anybody shouting sieges in world chat, always try and jump in with them, because you get a 5% bonus, which doesn't sound like a lot, but it does kind of add up a little bit. Always worth doing as well. If you are finding you're going to play the game a lot, then possibly consider putting a little bit of money in for a premium account. You will also get a lot of unit experience tokens, hero experience tokens. I would recommend using those tokens only on Bandit Raids for the time being, because that is going to be the best source of kind of experience income that you are going to get for quite a while. So save all of your tokens, your martial handbooks, all that stuff that actually boosts the experience you gain from battle, only for Bandit Raids. They are the only ones I would be using them for. Make sure you do all 5 each week. You are going to level up very, very quickly. Please do ask me any questions. If you have any further questions, I've tried to cover as much as possible. I know the video has been long, but I've tried to cover as much as possible that you're going to need to know in the early days, so actually you're not going to come into the game and wonder what the hell you're doing, because there is a lot to learn even nowadays. Hopefully I have covered everything. Obviously go back through the video, skip, rewind, fast forward, all the rest of it, all to the bits that you need to cover again. If there is anything else you want to ask, though, any other things that you're not too entirely sure about, please do let me know down in the comments below, and I'll either write back to you or make a separate video on them if it is something that a lot of people ask for. Thank you very much for watching though, folks. I hope this video helps you out and gives you a good kind of boost on your starting journey into Conquerors Blade. Fantastic you've come over. Share this video around with everybody. Let's get more people into the game again. More players playing the game, the more fun it is for all of us. So definitely, if you are enjoying it, try and get some of your mates involved as well. Thank you very much for watching, folks. Like I said, I hope this video has helped. If it has, hit that sub button, hit that like button, all that fan-dooby-tastic stuff, and I hope to catch you out on the battlefield.